the Huskie players, Kaylon Nichols and James Dent are here. Skylar, questions for these guys?
So this will be for each of you. So starting off with that game, I know Akron started at 5% from three. Then you guys pulled together that 15-0 run to kind of make it, take the lead there. What was kind of working for you guys in that stretch?
Just playing hard, knowing it's a game of runs. We got into our zone, and I feel like that got us back into the game.
Like he said, just picking up our energy. I think we started off a bit flat, but once we got our energy up on the defensive end, the offense flowed. So I think it started with that.
And James, I know you talked about how this is kind of a game of runs tonight. So what did you feel was the biggest shift as kind of momentum turned between the two sides in that first half?
I don't know. Can you repeat that?
What did you feel was kind of the biggest shift there
For us?
between those runs as you guys switched momentum?
Really, we just stayed together. We've been starting to stay together, not get down on each other, just keep pushing each other, knowing we have a minimum team. A lot of guys went down early, so just with the group we have, we just staying together, staying positive, just keeping it going, and just trying to make shots, make plays, and honestly, really wanted to rebound the ball better, but I mean, we have a small team, honestly, so I mean, that's about it.
And then for both of you, what's it like? You compete very well in that first half with the top team that the MAC has to offer right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it sets a tone for us moving forward. Just knowing that they were 7-0 now in the MAC. So moving forward, our head should be high, and we just got to build, be 10 points better tomorrow, the day or the next game.
James, anything to add?
Yeah, I agree on that. As long as we still have fight, our record might not show it, but we can still go.
And then James, I know you scored 18 points in that first half and only do 2 in the second. I think 4. Sorry, my bad. Just what did you feel they were doing on their side of the ball to kind of keep you
Nothing.
down?
Honestly, nothing. I just wasn't making my shots. I was really just moving the ball more in the second half. I feel like Quint got going in the second, so I don't really feel like they did anything to shut me down.
And then I know in this game you lost Ethan Butler early, and then Savet ends up fouling out. How much of an impact does it have to lose your bigs at earlier stages in the game?
It's a big impact. They mean a lot to our team, so it hurts losing them early. And Mott had 4 fouls as well, right? Yeah, it's hard. They're always in foul trouble, but they're guarding bigger players because they're not true 5 men. So I mean, we just got to have their backs.
Anything else for these guys? All right, we'll let them go. Thank you, gentlemen.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Coach Burno's here, so we'll let him start us off with the statement about tonight's game.
Thought our guys really came out and to compete to win. Unfortunately, we lost Ethan Butler with 1:53 into the game. He had a stomach virus that plagued him the previous game that kept him out, and we thought he was over it, and then he couldn't muster up due to the stomach issue, so we had to make some adjustments. I thought, obviously getting down 17-5 and then battling back, having the lead in the first half, we just fell short, and I would say the lack of depth probably played a huge part in that in the second half. You got two guys with 40 minutes of action, especially at a high-level, high-intensity game like this. It got into our legs, but Akron has depth, and they utilized it to take advantage of our lack of. So, but the guys competed hard. I thought we had the right intentions. The game plan was to get the ball moving, and I thought we got down the lane, and we wanted to get to the foul line to try to stop their momentum, and we lose by 10 and we missed 10 free throws. So, disappointed in that regard because we talked about the importance of making free throws and converting those, allow us to set our defense, allow us to dictate tempo. And I thought, obviously missing 10 free throws in a game like this where they're too potent of an offense to give up 10 free throws, and also offensive rebounding. Our first shot defense was pretty good. They had 14 offensive rebounds, which is dangerous with a team like that who's a prolific offensive team. So a lot of areas we got to improve in, but depth really cost us in this game.
You take some positives out of this game, though, considering you weren't at full strength.
Yeah, I mean, we did a lot of good things. We held them 10 under their average. We made them shoot 30%, 42%. If you look at the stats in MAC play, they're in the 50s and high 40s. They are probably top 10 in pace of play. So we really disrupted them, but we got to capitalize. Whether you have 7 guys, 9 guys, 10 guys, the things that we can control, whether the free throw line and rebounding, we got to be better at. But a lot of these guys played heavy minutes. I thought our two-headed monster with Quentin and James really stepped up and gave us an opportunity to be in a game with 25 and 6 and 22 and 6. So those guys gave us good minutes. Kaylon Nichols had probably his best game in our uniform. He had 12. I thought he played the right way, 4 steals. So there's some individual positives and there's also collectively some team positives. Now we just got to get guys back to try to help join the fight.
Coach, you have that 15-0 run early in the first half. Just what really stuck out to you that kind of picked up?
Defense. We got stops, right? I think we got 7 to 8 straight stops. And so when you get stops, you can get out and run. And we didn't do that in the second half. Some of it was there. Some of us was mixed cues on the coverage. A lot of it was fatigue. But they're a really dangerous team because they can go, 10 deep and they really have great balance. They don't have one guy that has to score 25 to get them a win. They got guys, 5, 7 guys that can average doubles or close to it. So a lot to take away from this game. It shows that we can compete whoever is out there, but we got to get guys healthy to join the fight for these guys.
Not surprised with the smaller lineup that you got out-rebounded that bad tonight?
Say that again?
Not surprised with the smaller lineup you got out-rebounded that bad?
No, I mean, we just – the key thing with them, when they offensive rebound, they kick out for threes. And you look at second chance points, we gave up 14, and I think they beat us by 3 in second chance points, right? The problem with 14 offensive rebounds, now you have to restart the shot clock and you got to guard again. So that really got into our legs more so than those guys actually scoring. We just had to spend a little bit more time on defense.
And, Coach, obviously you lose Ethan Butler early in this game. You didn't have him last time. Savet fouls out pretty early again, and then Mott has 4 fouls tonight. How much of an impact is it to lose your biggest guys at these stages in games?
It's huge because, yet again, you're now shifting down, meaning you got to move guys in and out of positions that they're not normally used to. But the thing that we made them do from a schematic standpoint, they had to adjust to us. They went small and started switching 1 through 5. And so we got to take advantage of the mismatches when we do, and then we got to gain rebound. That's something that's not going to change whether we have Ethan healthy or not. We're not a big team, so we got to be a feisty, tough, gritty team, and our guards got to join into the fight as well.
Is it really frustrating frustrating right now that you just haven't had your full team for a number of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely frustrating. But, you know, there's enough talent in the locker room to go out and compete. All right, we showed that the other night. And so no one's going to feel sorry for you. Injuries are part of sports. And so you just have to adapt and adjust and go out and compete as a unit. And so we always talk about our margin of error being slim. But, you know, at any given night, if you show up with the right mindset, you can win a game. We just got to make sure that we bring it for 40 minutes. And so, we ran out of gas tonight, but, we'll learn from our mistakes. But we got to capitalize at the free throw line, and we got to be better on the defensive boards.
And then, Coach, you talked about how this team, has struggled with depth, but you get guys like Nasir Muhammad and Joe Monday Jr. back in the lineup. How much does, that mean when you're trying to get later into this max stretch?
Yeah, it helps. Joe has to get healthy. He's still probably 65% back. He's still got a significant limp. And so the trainers are doing the best they can to try to get him up to speed. But, everybody counts because now I can get into the bench and I can get guys minutes down. We need, obviously our main guys to be fresh down the stretch so they can make plays and finish plays.
And are there any guys you're expecting to have back in this lineup ahead of this Toledo game on Saturday?
I don't know. My motto is I'll show up and I'll get with, the staff, and they'll tell me who's in, who's out, and then I'll make the adjustments from there. Hopefully, EB, we'll find out in the next 24 hours how severe his illness is. But like I said, we have enough to win. We just got to capitalize on the things that we need to as far as free throws and rebounding, and I think we give ourselves a chance to win against any team in the league.
Anything else for Coach? All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.